it's about to go down because it's time to throw down here at Lincoln Speedway. This is your all-star A-main showdown. Green flag is out of 4. Dietz and Raymer lead him into turn 1 and 2. Raymer takes the early advantage. Raymer up top. Here comes the X of Campbell. As Dietz now, everyone goes 2 by 2, and now battle for third already. Wagaman to the inside here on Campbell. Side by side, they will go. Give it to Wagaman. Raymer leads lap number 1. Caleb Henry gets by Hartloff. Now he's going after Campbell here. He has a handful of competitors because here comes the 48 of Danny Dietrich. Dietrich right now trying to go. He's going to split the difference, go 3 wide in turn 3 and 4. Danny Dietrich on the move already here, but no positions gained. Henry now goes 27S. That's Robbie Kendall trying to get by the 101. Now here comes Kendall again, tries to get by. Up front still, Raymer and Dietz lead the way. Wagaman in third. Slide job, that's Kendall on Henry. Henry going to return the favor, goes bottom 1 and 2. He'll slide up, he'll take back the spot. Caleb Henry back to the 5th spot. Danny Dietrich on the move as well. He gets by Hartloff. Here comes Dietrich. He'll throw a slider, a short one here as Hartloff goes back to the outside. Hartloff on the inside, sorry. Kendall gets by the outside. Danny tries slider again. He'll get by this time. Kendall goes back to the inside, side by side battle. That's for your 6th spot. Dietrich up top, Kendall on the bottom. Dietrich gonna get by this time out of 4. Danny Dietrich already up to the 6th spot from 10th. Up front though, Freddie Raymer entering, about to hit lap traffic. Traffic on the horizon here for your leader of Raymer and Dietz. Dietrich now gets by Kendall, leads him back going after the 101, who's off the pace. Problem for your point leader. Caleb Henry off the pace. He's going to pull in. We stay clean. We stay green. Raymer now in lap traffic. You have Bova. Then you have Preston Latimus, Reed Kemenol, Chad Trout on the horizon here for your race leader of Raymer. Chase Dietz not far behind him. And also you have the 27 of Wagaman. Top 3 entering lap traffic, making top 4 because here comes Campbell. Here comes Dietrich. Your top 4 about to enter heavy lap traffic here. Still 27 laps left to go. Raymer gets by Bova, but here comes Dietz. Chase Dietz down to the inside on Raymer. He's going to try and slide job for the race lead. Chase Dietz takes the lead. Here comes Raymer now trying to duck underneath, not going to get by him. Chase Dietz, your new race leader. Here comes Raymer back to the inside. Raymer and Dietz side by side out of turn 4. Give it back to Raymer. Freddie Raymer back to the race lead. Dietz. Here comes Campbell now trying to go to the inside. Dietrich. Top 4, no lap cars in between. Dietrich goes to the inside on Campbell. He'll get by. The 48 of Danny Dietrich right in the mix here for a top 3 spot again. He gets by Campbell. Campbell back to the inside. Battle for the lead as well. Battle within your top 4 as Dietz and Raymer going at it. Here comes Dietrich now after Wagaman. Dietrich goes to the outside, Wagaman on the bottom side, Raymer through the middle, Dietz through the middle. Lap traffic battling in front here. Dietz going to try and split the difference. Now Wagaman to the inside on Raymer. Here comes Dietrich to the outside of Wagaman. Dietrich gets by Wagaman due to 3rd place. It's the 48 of Danny Dietrich. Wagaman back to the inside. Raymer trying to move on Dietz. Chase Dietz still leads the way as now Wagaman to the inside on Raymer. Here comes Dietrich, tries to go to the outside. 3-car battle for 2nd. Wagaman now takes over 2nd. Now here comes Dietrich to the inside on Raymer. Tries to make a move for 3rd. Raymer holds on. Dietz gets by 2 cars there in Latimus, and Kemenol puts those 2 in between him and Troy Wagaman Jr. Raymer topside, Dietrich topside, Matt Campbell back in the mix here as Wagaman now tries to put lap traffic between him and give himself some breathing room. Chase Dietz out in front. Raymer, Wagaman, Dietrich, and Campbell all still right there as now. A little bit of a slider. Dietrich gets by Raymer. Raymer watches up. Danny Dietrich makes a move, but Campbell now has that 3rd spot. Wagaman in the 2nd spot. Chase Dietz leads the way. 19 laps to go here as now Wagaman goes to the top side trying to get around lap traffic. Raymer right there with Dietrich again, tries to make a move around Latimus as Raymer now gets by Latimus, Dietrich, and Campbell going at it side by side, and there is the 27 of Wagaman. Three-car battle slider by Dietrich on Campbell. He'll stick it out of 2. Here comes Campbell now trying to go back inside, not going to get by him. Dietrich up top, Campbell on the bottom. Chase Dietz now 2-lap cars in between himself and Troy Walkman Jr. Dietrich now to the inside on Walkman, tries a slider, not going to get it in 1 and 2. Walkman holds on to second, Campbell now to the inside of Danny Dietrich. Campbell and Dietrich going at it here in 3 and 4. Dietrich holds on to third, tries to go to the inside here on Walkman now for the second spot. Danny Dietrich slides out for second on Walkman and sticks. Troy Walkman Jr. now tries to make a move down the back chute into 3 and 4. Walkman on the bottom side. Raymer's going to try 2 for 1 and he clears it. And now Raymer up to your 4th spot. Dietrich in the 2nd spot. Chase Dietz still out in front. As here comes Campbell. Now Campbell trying to make a move here on Raymer yet again. Raymer goes topside. Campbell tries a slider. He won't get it. Raymer holds on. Dietz putting lap car after lap car in between himself and the hard charging Danny Dietrich started in 10th. He's already up to 2nd here and still has 14 laps to go. Can Danny Dietrich close in on your race leader? Chase Dietz leads the way. Danny Dietrich goes topside. 2 lap cars in between. Caution flag is out the 17. Comes to a stop. First caution of this A main event. It's a 17 of Dylan Norris. 22 laps in, and it's been a chaotic 22 laps. Lights are going to go out. And I really want to know, fans, who do you want to win here? The 23 of Chase Dietz? How about the 48 of Danny Dietrich? Maybe from 4th, the 51 of Freddie Raymer comes back and takes home the win. Well, we're going back to the green flag. Here we go. Chase Dietz leads him to the cone into turn. Number 1 and 2, Dietrich tries to move right off the get-go. Danny Dietrich tried to go right to the inside here. He'll go drag race down the line into turn 3 and 4. Dietrich and Dietz side by side. Dietz goes top. Danny goes through the middle. Danny Dietrich, Chase Dietz into turn 1 and 2. It's still Dietz. Dietz topside. Dietrich slides out for the race lead. Give it to Danny Dietrich. Dietrich takes back the lead. Here comes Dietz now. Dietz is going to try and go topside. Danny slides up a little bit. Dietz stays top. Danny holds the lead. 11 laps to go. Chase Dietz on the top side. He'll try and reel back in the 48. Troy Walkman Jr. holds on to the 3rd spot. Freddie Raymer comes to the top side here. He's going to close in on that 3rd spot. As now battle for the race lead heats up yet again. Dietrich holds the middle. Dietz goes topside. Chase Dietz reels in your race leader yet again into turn 3 and 4. Dietz goes bottom. Dietrich goes top. A little line switch there. And Dietrich's still going to hold the lead. But Dietz is right there. Here comes Walkman. Here comes Raymer. 4-car battle for your top 4 spots. Walkman now. He's right there on the back tail tank of Dietz. Walkman goes top, bottom, Dietz goes top. Danny Dietrich leads the way here. 8 laps to go. Dietrich on the top side. Raymer still trying to reel in your top 3. Troy Walkman Jr. not far behind Chase Dietz here for 2nd. Dietz goes top, Walkman goes bottom. Danny Dietrich still leads the way. Dietz trying to go bottom now here as well. He's going to go to the inside, tries to get by Dietrich, not going to get there in 1 and 2. Dietrich about to come into lap traffic. We saw it last time. This time we'll have 6 laps to go when we hit lap traffic, and Chase Dietz is right there again. Dietrich goes bottom, Dietz goes top. Walkman also in the picture here as Dietz goes top side yet again. Not going to get there, but lap traffic right on the horizon here for the 48 of Danny Dietrich. Danny Dietrich, here comes Dietz. Dietz goes back to the inside here. Dietrich goes bottom, 5 laps to go in this A main event. Chase Dietz, bottom side, down the back chute, they'll go. He was right there on the back bumper. Danny Dietrich goes bottom, Dietz goes top. Danny shuts the door again, contact between the 2. Here comes Walkman now, opens the door. Troy Walkman goes to the inside, Dietz up top side. Here's Danny Dietrich as well. Now Troy Walkman, he'll take over the 2nd spot over Chase Dietz. Chase Dietz up top, Walkman on the bottom, lap traffic in front of your race leader. Chase Dietz tries to go. He's going to have a chance here. 3 laps to go. Dietrich up top. Dietrich, Dietz, Wagaman battling it out for your top three. This time by only 2 laps to go. Danny Dietrich still leads the way. Here comes Dietz, here comes Wagaman. 2 more times around Lincoln Speedway now. Dietz, he'll go to the wall here, almost tap the wall. He will tap the wall. Here comes Wagaman now. Dietz with a good run down the back chute here. This time by, white flag in the air. Here comes Dietz, it's at 3 wide for the race lead. Danny Dietrich leads up for the white flag. Here comes Dietz to the outside. Chase Dietz has 1 chance. It'll be in turn 3 and 4. Troy Wagaman's there as well. Danny Dietrich into turn 3 and 4. The 48 on the bottom side. Dietz up top. It'll come down to the line. Danny Dietrich takes home your A main event. Troy Wagaman Jr. will come home in second. And at the line, Chase Dietz will take home third by a hair. And Chase Dietz is broke. Chase Dietz broke in 1 and 2 here. Caution in 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Danny Dietrich takes home the A main event. We'll get a conversation with the winner. And I joked with you last night about I'll talk to you at some point. I just didn't think it'd be this soon in victory lane.
Yeah, we started 10th there, and we were really good at the beginning. I don't know what happened with Caleb in turn 1, but it's almost like the rear end broke or something because I about ate him up getting into 1 when he broke. Them all-star guys, there's a handful of them that are really good. And next week's going to be interesting when we head to Ohio Speed Week to represent Pennsylvania Posse. So it's going to be a fun week out there. I don't know what day we'll get there, but we're going to get there, and we're going to try and make everybody proud. But hats off to my crew. They've worked their asses off the last 2 nights. We haven't time trialed ideally. We just drew a bad number tonight, and I felt like we put on a good lap. Last night, just a little behind the 8 ball from the get-go with some engine problems. We had a crank trigger quit. But, man, Jake, Sean, Eric, James, Chad's overseas. I told him we were going to win one of these things, so maybe we'll do a missing man for you, Chad. But this just feels good to finally get back in victory lane.
And you talk about Ohio Speed Week. You better soak in these cheers because you know next week you're the invader for once.
Yeah, and we love it. You know, my guys, my team, we love coming to Ohio and representing the Posse. And a lot of them tracks are pretty badass. And looking forward to getting back to Eldora. We'll see what day we get there. I would love to go to Sheridan on Saturday. I would love to race for an Ohio Speed Week championship, but it's going to be tough if we miss any races. So we'll watch the weather. We'll go where the weather looks the best. It'll probably rain one place or maybe both, and maybe not another. I don't know. But before I forget, I got to thank my sponsors: Weggers Livestock, RLR Trucking, Weggers Livestock, SpeedwayCars.com, St. Louis Fruit Market, Drop Living Tattoo, York Excavating, RV 4-wheel drive and performance. There's so many people. Racers Union Parts Warehouse, Bruner Service Center. My gosh. Vessel Automotive. There's just so many people that allow us to do this, and it feels so good to win.
Well, that is your winner, the 48 of Danny Dietrich. Hey. And another impressive showing. Back-to-back nights, a very good showing for this car, but tonight you get a podium.
Yeah, we were really good last night. Pill draw didn't go our way, and had a shot go bad in the feature. And other than that, we were pretty good last night too, and really good night. It just didn't work out perfectly for us. We were right there. I messed up with like 2 to go. If I would have entered a little higher, I think I could have got them both, but just didn't work out. But we came home second.
And a very good second. And talk about the battles throughout the night, close to the lead. We saw fans cheering when you take the lead, and a 3-car battle basically all night.
Yeah, it was 3 of us there. I think we were 3 wide the last 5 to 8 laps. So if you guys didn't enjoy that, I don't know what you will. That was good, hard racing here at Lincoln, and thanks to everyone for coming out.
Well, that is Troy Wagaman Jr. And I'll get a word with Chase Dietz. And tonight, a podium finish. Hard luck at the end there, but it's the price you pay for battling hard.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get a great start there on that restart. Danny got me, and I was shoving him. I think I got his bumper out of 4 there at one point towards the end, and he did a good job protecting there. My last run there down the backstretch, I kind of drove across into 1, and Troy got underneath me on the backstretch, and I still had the lane entering the top of 3, and I was good right to about exit. Just kind of lost it, and all there was the wall. So tried like hell. That's about all I could say at that point. But the guys gave me a great car once again. We got a strong team. We're so close, it seems like every single time, but we're just got to do a better job here and there. I got to do a better job, and we'll get some more. But congratulations to Danny. He did a great job, and we'll go again for tomorrow.
Well, that is your third place finisher of Chase Dietz.